Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an interesting one. So it's going to be about my experience during 2020. It's been a crazy year. I think we can all admit that. First, I want to say for everybody who's out there protesting, be safe. I agree with all the protests. I agree with, what's going on is very crazy. It's a difficult subject, but I just want everybody to be safe out there. Everybody has families, and, we don't need to see any more casualties. So, back to the video. So, 2020, it has been a fun year. But yeah, I just want to say between us losing a very important person, Kobe, you're missed, to a war that was supposed to be started. I don't know too much about that, so we're not going to speak about that. But my biggest topic today is the quarantine and lockdown and COVID-19, because it really affected my family in a big way. Uh, where to start? So, start with the kids. This was fun for them. At first for them it started out like a vacation. They were home, they didn't have to wake up for school, so everything was fun. And then they heard me talking to their teachers and talk about remote learning. First they were just like, that's easy. Then it became difficult because I'm their mother, I'm not their teacher. So it's really difficult for a child to distinguish the difference, where it's, this is mommy who's trying to be my teacher, but she's mommy. So it's like I don't have to really, not that I don't have to listen to her, but she's not going to teach me the way my teacher would do it. So it was tough. It was a lot of learning for me as well, because school is very, 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 very different now. They're teaching kids different ways to find fractions and decimals and all this stuff that I don't remember. I wasn't good at math to begin with, but it was a learning experience for all of us. Thank you to their teachers who have helped me out dramatically, who have been there, answering my calls and texting about the dumbest questions. Um, Sorry. The next thing was being a mom during this has been stressful. It has made me cry. I have had to stay in my room. I've gotten sick because, you know, I'm used to working all the time. I'm used to being in a dental office, and being home with the kids was very different because yes, I love my kids and I adore them, but I can deal with them for such a long period of time before, we're at each other's throat. They are too much like me, too much attitude, and we're all girls. Not fun at all. But it has brought me closer to them. I have been able to spend a lot more time with them, understand them, and learn more about them. My oldest is a pure gamer. She is so much like me, it is crazy. And then my 3 year old has the attitude. My 6 year old is super girly. I don't know where she got that from because that has nothing to do with me. I'm still getting there. And my 1 year old, well, she's not one yet, a few days, she'll be one, but I have I haven't missed a beat with her, and it has been the most amazing experience. Sorry. Um I got to see everything, and it, with my other kids I didn't really get that. So it really meant a lot to me. COVID wasn't fun, and having to deal with this wasn't fun, but it had its great, great times. um, a big thing for me was keeping everybody mentally healthy, because everybody gets stressed out. You get annoyed with people when you're around them too long. Kids are no different, adults are no different. It's been a lot. It's been a lot in a big ball of emotions and frustrations, but we're here and we made it, and we're stronger for it. A big thing I did have to explain to my children, which was very hard for me. My daughters overheard me speaking about the protest and the rioting with my sister, and me and my sister overheard my niece and my daughter saying, the police are bad people. We don't have to listen to the police. And it took me back because it was just like, with everything going on in the world, this is not how I want my children speaking. Um, I had to explain to them that a few bad people doesn't make everybody bad, that there's good and bad people in this world. And some people make decisions that aren't the smartest, aren't the best. And, it gets a lot of people upset. A lot of people are angry. Everybody, takes out their frustrations differently. And that's what this protest has been, years and years of anger and injustice and just a whole lot of stuff meshed into one, and it was just a volcano waiting to explode. And this is like the tip of the iceberg for everything. And I told my daughters, people are trying to make the world a better place, but there's people who don't believe they're wrong. And they kind of understood it, and I told them, I was just like, yes, cops are supposed to be there and protect you, and not all cops are bad. There are going to be the ones who do their job correctly, but then there's people who don't. And they understood it. It's just hard to explain to, little girls that people they probably looked up to aren't the best people, that it's a tough one. It's a tough world we're living in. We are literally living a part of history, because in a few years this will be in our children's history, not our children's, but our grandchildren's and our great grandchildren's history books. And I think for me it's always going to be a tough year to talk about, because I've had people close to me who have had COVID. Thankfully there are no casualties, but it's hard for kids not to be able to go out and play and see their friends. So a big part of getting through this with them was making sure their mental health was good, making sure my mental health was good, because if I'm not good, they're not good. But, you know, there's one thing I learned: kids are curious, and the best way to go about big situations like this is to know how to speak to them about it. So knowing your, doing your research and knowing your information is very important. And, be able to speak your mind, let them ask questions, let them, be curious, and try to understand how they feel too. The world doesn't revolve around us, especially not when we have kids. It's all about them. And I've learned that, you know, over the past 9 years I've been a mom, but definitely the past few months has been a big eye opener for me, and it has brought me closer to my family. It wasn't the best way to do it, but it happened. It's life. Life happens. You can't change it. And, it it had its ups and downs. So, thank you guys for listening to my rant. If you guys have any comments or questions, put them down in the comment box below. I always answer all my comments and any questions anybody has. Thank you guys for listening. If you're not already subscribed to my page, hit that subscribe button. Ooh. And, hit the notifications. I always have videos where I'm speaking, or, a little bit of how I feel. Maybe I'll help somebody. But thank you guys for listening, and share this video with your friends. Alright guys, stay tuned for a little video of me and Lilith time.